Hi folks, hey everyone, thank you for joining us in this session. This is to raise awareness for domestic violence and especially during our lockdown period of COVID-19. And this festival and all of these sessions are here to raise funds to help people that are more vulnerable in these times and that really can use extra help. The services that provide this and the organisations that provide these services could really use our help and funding, so please donate generously to them, one being of course the Women's Refuge, which are under a lot of pressure, especially at this time. So from our heart to yours and to those that need it, please donate generously and thank you very much. Welcome to Ashram Yoga's little practice on self-care and balance. This practice is designed to be really accessible to a broad range of people, whether you're experienced or not experienced in yoga, and just really help you connect into yourself, find a sense of balance from our day-to-day life and whatever it throws at us, and also take care of ourselves on a really regular basis. So stay strong, healthy, and vibrant. So I hope you enjoy. We'll start in a lying position just to connect with our breath and get settled and ready for our practice. So coming into Shavasana with the arms just off the sides, and in an open gesture the palms facing towards the ceiling. The feet can release out to the sides, or if you'd like to bring more space into the lower back, you can always start with the knees bent and the feet placed on the floor if you'd like to demonstrate that, Sophie. Yeah. And resting the knees against each other, tenting into the center, and just find a nice softness through the thighs, through the buttocks. Some release through the lower back down into the pull of the support underneath. Lightly tuck the chin to feel length into the back of the neck. Whole spine now resting down. And come into your natural flow of the breath. Connecting in with yourself through the vehicle of the breath, feeling it expand and release within. And now with your next exhalation, with ease and comfort, release all the breath from the body, lightly squeezing the navel and diaphragm back. And then as you inhale, invite the breath into the space of the abdomen and lower back, and then feel it lift and rise to fill the space of the chest. And when you're ready, release and wave the breath back down, feeling the chest soften. And at the end, the navel falling back down towards the spine. Continue, inhale as you expand the breath into the belly, feel it wave and lift into the chest, pause briefly, and then release it all the way down. Gentle, active, full yogic breaths. Continue a few more. So force of control needed. Go at a pace and a depth that is really comfortable for you right now. One last full deep breath in, beautiful big breath, expand, pause, feel the expansion, energy inside, and then release it all the way out. Come back to a natural breath, and now we'll begin our practice. So we'll be starting with our knee circles, bringing knees towards the chest, and bringing the big toes to touch in the middle and a hand to each kneecap. It's a nice way to warm, open, and mobilize through the pelvis and hips. So breathe in first, draw the knees towards the chest. Hold as you breathe out, squeeze a bit deeper in towards the chest. And then as you inhale, send the knees in a butterfly, extension away from the midline, forward, back towards each other. And as you exhale, bring them back in towards the chest space and keep going. As you inhale, butterfly them wide, big toe stays touching, press them forward in circles. As you exhale, connect and draw back to center and keep flowing at your own pace and rhythm. Inhale to go wide and forward, exhale to squeeze back into the chest. Feeling into the mobilization of the pelvis and the hips, lubricating and warming through this area. Another one in this direction. And the next time we come to chest, we'll simply pause and reverse, so going the other way. Inhale as you go away and out to the sides. Exhale as you connect back over the chest, drawing and keep going. Inhale away and exhale as you come back to the chest. Adjust the size of the circles as you continue to flow to really suit where you're at each day. Having a sense of ease with this movement and fluidity. Nice way to nurture and release the lower back too. One more round in this direction. And this time as you come into the center, pause again, wrap the arms around or interlace the hands and give a nice deep squeeze into the chest. Releasing the feet to the floor and simply slide them out to the front and raise the arms above the head to extend long above you on the floor. Take a moment and just pull the toes back as you inhale, stretch up through the fingertips. And as you exhale, point the toes forward, pull the navel towards the spine, send the lower back towards the floor. Two more like this. Inhale as you pull the toes back, send the heels and fingertips away. Really lengthening. Exhale, lengthen even more. Point the toes forward, pull the navel in, lower back towards floor. Once more, full breath in. Fill right up. Enjoy that breath and breathing out all the way, finding a bit more length and extension. This time, raise the right leg up as you inhale. Raise the hands up to take hold of the leg. And as you exhale, bend the knee to the chest. Leg lock, contract the abdomen, raise the head towards the knee. Breathing in, release the head, raise the leg back up to the ceiling, pull the toes back. And then exhale as you float the leg to the floor and the arms overhead simultaneously, pulling the navel in firmly, engaging some strength in the core. Left leg, inhale as you raise it up, taking a hold behind, pause. Exhale for leg lock as you squeeze the knee into the body, contract the abdomen, raise the head towards the knee. Breathing in, raise the leg up as you release shoulders and head to floor, pull it back a little more, stretch, and then exhale, send the feet and the hands away from each other. Inhale, float the right leg up, lifting to vertical, reaching up to clasp and take hold anywhere. Exhale for leg lock, knee to chest, contract through the abdomen to raise the head in towards the knees. Breathing in as you lengthen and lift the leg, relax the shoulders and head, pull it a little closer, find that stretch in the hamstring. Exhale as you release away, pull the navel to spine, firm strength as you lower down. Inhale, left leg lifts, taking hold. Exhale for leg lock, squeezing all the breath out as you contract, feel the core working. Breathing in as you lift the heel, keep a grasp of the leg, lower the shoulders and head. Exhale and float away. Once more to each side at your own pace and rhythm. Encouraging the fullness of each breath in and out, and moving in time with this through each section of the movement of leg lock. Making full use of every part of the movement and every part of the breath to connect in. Pause for a moment, keep stretching long through heels and fingertips. Feeling a bit of warmth through the core, a bit of stretch through the back body, and then a deep inhalation and a sharp exhale through the mouth to come to a sitting position. Excellent. And there we are. Now we'll come to cross-legged. And you might need a cushion or something underneath the buttocks. Grab one if it's so fit. Either cushions, or you might like to choose a bolster and just get comfortably positioned so that the hips are at least the level of the knees, or maybe a little bit higher. And this way support our spine to stay nice and long. So that we've worked through the hips and the abdomen, we'll bring the movement and flow into the shoulders and the chest. We'll start with our shoulder rotation, so draw the elbows to meet in front and release the chin down towards the chest. Feel a nice stretch in the back of the neck. Exhale completely first. And then inhale as you lift the gaze, lift the elbows up towards the ceiling. Maybe the back of the wrists touch behind as you open. And exhale as you squeeze the elbows back and down. And again, reconnecting the front chin to chest. Inhale as you lift. Maybe the back of the wrists connect. Exhale as you squeeze back and down. And again, coming to the front. Continue a nice full inhalation to open and expand. And exhale as you float out. And let the movement of the neck just become natural, fluid, lifting and lowering gently with the rotation of the shoulders. allow a bit of softness within this movement, so you're letting go of rigidity or stiffness and encouraging fluidity. This time as you pause in front, we'll simply flow the other way. Inhaling as you open and expand, exhale as you close and flow down. Keep going. Holding to release the tension through the shoulders, the upper back and base of the neck, and to increase the mobility and work through our shoulder girdle. By really being mindful of the breath here, we're also helping to encourage the expansion and capacity of our lungs and our breath. This time as we come to the front, we'll pause and then simply release the elbows to the sides of your body, lift the head towards upright. Imagine a magnet on the crown of the head and one to the ceiling, pulling together. And then from this pull, feel the sit bones and the base of your body release down. For a spinal twist now, to release and open through the joints in the spine, the muscles and the discs. We release the elbows wide, mindful that the shoulders stay soft and heavy down. The elbows may come down a little further. And feel like you're moving from the rib cage and the chest, start to swivel side to side, letting the head and gaze turn. That's it. Keep flowing side to side, keep moving, feeling the rotation right from the center of the chest or the rib cage and thoracic spine. Keep the shoulders soft and heavy, feel the connection of pull up through the crown. And then just really to check in, feel how the body is, how the spine is, and find a speed that suits this. Matches exactly where you're at, slower or maybe a little quicker. The breath will be free and fluid. And let the gaze turn. For the last 3 or 4, feel free to increase the depth of range in your movement. That's it, as you loosen and open. Beautiful. Slowly find your way back to center. And take a moment just to rest the hands on the knees, close the eyes. And simply check in with your awareness, perceiving or sensing any feelings, sensations, shifts or changes within the body, within the energy or within the mind. Alright, from here we'll move on to Vajrasana or into Vajrasana. So come into Vajrasana at the back of your mat. For a flowing sequence, beautiful on the spine. We'll begin with the palms together over the chest. The first flow, I invite a natural breath or invite your own natural breath, and then we'll include the breath and movement together. So simply draw the fingers to the center of the chest and then pull the fingertips to the shoulders as you squeeze the shoulder blades back, lift the gaze comfortably and really feel an opening in the front space of the heart. And then bring the elbows to touch in the front. Again, tuck the chin as we did similarly earlier on, and feel the opening in the back door of the heart, and the back of the chest broad and wide. Fingertips alongside the feet, cupcake, lift and open through the chest, take the gaze forward or up. And then extend the arms forward into extended child pose. Take the hands a little wider and firmly ground down through your palms and fingertips. Rolling cat, lift through the flexion of the spine to hands and knees. Pause when you're there and then extend tail to ceiling, wave through the spine, open the chest, gaze forward, cat extension. Bend the elbows back towards the side of the ribs as you dip and hover the chest towards the floor. Feel the strength in the arms. Press into the hands, lift away, cat extension, tail and crown lift. And then sit bones back over the heels, extended child once more as you bow the head towards the floor. Unroll through the spine as the hands slide back. Draw them alongside and lift them overhead to make the palms above. From here we'll go into a side extension, so taking the right hand to the floor. Lift from hip to fingertips, extend out at an angle and use that right hand as your support, maybe bending the elbow or adjusting the hand to suit. Press away, lift to center, palms touch, grow a little taller through the spine. And then to the other side, using that left hand to ground and support as you lift a long way. Side body stretch, hip to fingertip. Come back to center, draw taller still, crown towards the hands or ceiling, and then release the hands down into the chest, really opening up through the body. On the inhalation now, open through the chest, squeeze the elbows and shoulders back. Exhale as you round forward, elbows meeting, chin down. Breathing in, fingertips alongside, lift and open through the chest, lift the gaze comfortably. Exhale, extended child, slide and glide forward, plant the palms. Breathing in, rolling cat, 2 movements, all on inhalation, flexion, and then tail to crown extension. Exhale as you bend the elbows back, dip and hover the chest towards the floor. Strength as you inhale, press away, cat extension, gentle squeeze. Exhale back to extended child and bow the head down. Breathing in, unroll through the spine as the hands slide back. Keep inhaling the wide to bring the palms meeting above. Side bend as you exhale, right hand to floor. Lift up and then over. Breathing in, press away, go a little taller through your spine. Keep that length as you flow to the other side and then gently extend. Breathing in, lift to center, 1 more, full stretch. And exhale, float palms to meet at chest. Another round. Inhale as you open front space of the heart. Breathing out through the back space, open, chin to chest. Breathing in, plant the fingertips alongside, lift through the chest. Exhale, extended child, slide and glide forward, plant the palms firmly. Inhale, rolling cat through the flexion as you round and then into extension as you dip and gently squeeze. Exhale, elbows back, chest broad as you dip the chest forward and down to the hands. Breathing in, press and lift, cat extension. Exhale, back to child. Breathing in, unroll through the spine. Beautiful and fluid, arms overhead, palms meeting. Exhale as you plant the right hand again, lift into side extension and then over. Breathing in, find your length first. Keep that length as you extend over to the other side. Breathing in, lift to center. And exhale as the hands come back to press and meet. Take a few moments, pause as you close the eyes down, rest the hands in the lap. And again, take a moment to perceive and sense any feelings, any sensations. And then from here we'll move into a squatting position. So opening the eyes, finding the floor with the hands, lift the hips and curl the toes, or find your way into your squat. And you'll probably need to have the feet about hip or shoulder width apart. So find a comfortable width and distance. The hands are in front, cupcake on the floor, to find some balance, as most of us will be hovered up on the balls of our feet. Just let the heels sink towards the floor. They may or may not connect. Bayanishkasana, or the squat and rise pose. So from here, before we go into the flow, simply lift through the chest. Feel a little squeeze through the shoulder blades. Lift the gaze without crunching the neck. Keep some length within that gentle extension and opening. And now we'll go for a fold. So as we lift the buttocks, release the crown to the floor, gradually lengthening the legs, grounding the heels, bringing all the weight back into the feet. Keep a bend in the knees. Keep a generous bend in the knees as much as necessary to feel the contact of the abdomen and thighs meeting. Keeping length and safety in the lower back. And really release down through the crown of the head, feeling the weight of the head draw length into your spine, creating space. Now flowing with the breath as you inhale, release down, lifting the heels, opening through the knees, opening through the chest. As you exhale, ground the heels as you lift the buttocks. Release down through the crown, lengthening spine. Breathing in as you lower. Engage the thighs, helping to carry you through the 2 movements. Exhale as you ground the heels and lift. Forward fold. Breathing into your squat, slow and smooth. Again, making use of each part of the movement and breath. Exhale as you lift and fold. Go for 3 more at your own pace and rhythm. Nice way to gently squeeze and release through the digestive system and open the whole back body. In this final one now, squatting down. The final extension into forward fold. Pause for a brief moment, align the toes forward directly to the front and parallel. And you can drape the hands softly or loosely, fold at the arms, taking hold of the opposite elbow. And take a couple of breaths just to hang heavy here from hips to elbows, water falling down through the spine. Keeping the legs steady, gently engaged. And then we'll release with an inhalation to stand. So the arms will hang loose towards the floor. Bend the knees a little deeper, and then as you inhale, start to restack the spine towards a vertical. Very slowly exhale on the way up and take another deep breath in and out to find your way to a standing position. Once up, turn the palms forward, open through the space of the chest. From the folded position, now feel the opening and expansion in the front body. Close the eyes, feel the connection of the feet into the floor below. Feel a downward pull through these. Flow the awareness up from the steady base, all the way to the crown. Again, magnetize towards the ceiling. Feel the upward pull. And for a moment, feel or imagine the whole body suspended between these two pulls or forces. Take a full breath as the arms travel wide and overhead. Again, palms meeting right above that connection between the crown and ceiling. Pull taller. Exhale as you open the eyes and float the arms back to the sides of the body. And we'll prepare for warrior two. So turning sideways on the mat, bringing the arms out wide, aligning the feet underneath the wrists. And then releasing the hands to the hip creases and turning the left toes out to the sides. Gorgeous. Draw the right toes in just a little bit. That's it. Bringing comfort into the back knee. For some of you, the toes can remain directly to the long end of the mat. Aligning the pelvis to face the long end of the mat. Grounding into both feet as though you're pressing the mat away, feeling the strength build from the heels to the hips. From here, spiral the left knee out to the side, aligning it. That's it. Take a deep breath in, find length up through the torso. Keep this length, and as you exhale, bend into the left knee, tracking it towards the left little toe. Inhale as you press into the heel, lift back up to stand. Great. Exhale as you bend into the knee, sinking down into warrior two, straight down through the pelvis. Breathing in, ground into that front heel, lifting away, connecting with strength. Exhale as we lower down. Breathing in as we lift, extending. Once more in this way, exhale as we lower. Pause, keep the breath flowing. And just have a little self-check that the knee is pointing directly out over the second toe and it's aligned directly above the ankle and heel. Some of you may need to shuffle the foot out a little further, especially if you want to deepen this and sink a little lower into the pose. From here, release the shoulders heavy, and then as you inhale, float the arms wide, just under the shoulder level. And as you exhale, release the shoulders heavier. Inhale, turn the palms towards the ceiling, feeling an opening and a rotation through the shoulder joints. Keep that opening, and as you exhale, flip the palms back to face the floor. Turn the gaze to the left middle fingertip. Direct your gaze to this point or drishti, steady gaze. From the gaze, feel into the feet connected down. Feel the strength from the heels to the hips. Feel the openness and expansion through the heart space and the chest. Soften here. And then your steady gaze again fixed on the drishti. Take 5 solid breaths in and out, finding the power in the breath to provide the strength in the pose. Sink a little deeper with every exhale if you're wishing to challenge it. Last exhalation, sink a little deeper still, find that extra extension, lean into it. And then ground into the front heel, lift and extend away. And relaxing the arms down to the sides. Give the shoulders a gentle roll as we flip and switch the feet to the other direction. So turning the left toes forward or slightly in, the right toes out to the short end of the mat. Draw the hands to the hip creases, just where the thighs come to contact with the base of the pelvis. Aiming to keep the hips level, square to the long end of the mat. Ground into the feet, push the mat away. Again, feel the strength build from heels to hips. Big breath in. Lift and lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, bend into the right knee. And just check it's tracking over the second toe and in line with your heel above. Breathing in, ground into the heel, lift and lengthen again. And take a few more, moving in and out. Keep going at your own pace. Just finding the opening and testing our strength. Moving in and out a great way to establish where we're at without pushing too far. Open and engage, helping the body get ready for our hold. can just have a gentle check-in every now and again, turn the gaze, check the knees aligning directly over the toes, not falling forward and in. This time we'll come to hold. So establish where you can hold, not too high, not too low, good pace, where you feel stable and able. Release down through the shoulders, lengthen through the tail. And then inhale, drop the shoulders to float the arms. Lengthen out through the fingertips. Exhale, release the shoulders even more and widen through the chest. Breathing in, rotate the palms up to the ceiling, feeling an opening in the shoulders. Keep that opening as you exhale the palms back towards the floor. And then turn the gaze and again center it onto your drishti, the middle fingertip, fixed point of focus. From this point, feel into the feet again against the floor. Feel the pull from the heels to the hips, from the hips to the heels strong. Feel the opening and spaciousness through the heart and the chest. And then your steady gaze. Strong legs, open heart, steady gaze. Increase the rhythm and depth of the breath to match the power of the posture, sustaining you through. Breath is always there to be used, however we need. Find a little bit more extension with every exhalation, where it's available, where you've created the space. And now with the last exhale, sink a little deeper, full extension. And then breathing in, ground the heel to press and lift away. Exhale as the arms float down, beautiful, drawing the toes back towards the long end of the mat. And then step, we'll jump the feet together, coming to the front of the mat for our Surya Namaskar. From the warrior, we'll step forward into Pranayama or prayer pose, where we'll begin our Surya Namaskar or salute to the sun. Again, you're welcome to use the Ujjayi breath, the light constriction in the throat, to deepen and elongate the breath, or a natural and fluid breath is also welcome to you. The first round we'll do is a very available or a modified style of salute to the sun to find a bit more ease, and then we'll flow into the full expression of the traditional Surya Namaskar. So starting with prayer position, aligning the palms to meet, and just take a moment to feel into the connection between the two palms, that center channel. Feel it within the whole body, the two sides, and the center channel. Flowing along this. As you inhale, dive the arms wide. Draw the palms to touch overhead, simple upward stretch and lift. Exhale as you swan dive forward, folding at the hips, hands alongside feet and bowing down to forward fold. Inhale the right leg back into our low lunge, open hips, chest and gaze forward. Exhale, press and lift to mountain. You may know it as downward dog. Easy version, release the knees to tabletop. Inhale, tail and crown lift, cat extension. As you exhale, draw the elbows back to the ribs and dip the chest towards the floor. Breathing in, lift back up, pressing into cat extension, curl toes, and exhale back to mountain pose. Inhale, left leg forward into our low lunge. You may need to pick and lift the foot to the front. Exhale, forward fold, again, bowing down. Breathing in, reverse swan dive, arms wide, lift through and touch the palms above. Exhale as the hands come back to press at the center. Ground. Breathing in, release the arms, ground the feet as you draw tall through the fingers. Exhale, swan dive forward, hands alongside feet. Breathing in, left leg this time, releasing back, knee to floor, open chest. Exhale to mountain, pressing high hands to hips. Lower down to tabletop, holding out. And then inhale, tail to crown lift, cat extension. Exhale as you dip in, release the chest forward and down. With strength evenly, push up, cat extension. Exhale, mountain, curl the toes, press and lift high. Inhale, right leg forward between the hands, back to the same position. Exhale, forward fold. Breathing in, reverse swan dive, arms wide, lifting all the way up to lengthen. Exhale, guiding down to midline. Feel free to continue with this flow. Now move into the full expression of the dancing style, Surya Namaskar. Breathing in, release the arms forward, tuck the tail, engage the eyes and glutes as you arch back. Exhale, lengthen out through the right angle and fold into the feet and the legs. Inhale, right leg back. Low lunge again, hips, chest and the gaze forward. Exhale, mountain. This time retain out, lower the knees to the floor, bring the chest between the hands. Breathing in, press forward and lift to cobra, ground the pubic bone, lift crown. Exhale, press to mountain. Inhale, left leg forward between the hands, slow lunge once more. Exhale, forward fold, grounding down. Inhale, lifting the arms forward all the way up, arching back. And exhale as the hands come to meet. Breathing in, raise the arms overhead. Ground down through the feet as you arch. Exhale, forward fold, reaching out through the right ankle. Breathing in, left leg back this time, opening hips, chest and gaze. Exhale into mountain. Holding out, lower knees to floor, chest between the hands. Inhale as you extend to cobra. Exhale, back to mountain. Inhale, the right leg forward into our low lunge. Exhale into the forward fold. Breathing in, arms forward. Reach through the right angle as you lift up, arching back. Exhale, palms to chest. Inhale, upward stretch, arching back. Exhale, forward fold, hands alongside feet. Breathing in, right leg back, open chest, low lunge. Exhale into mountain. Holding out to 8-point pose, knees, chest and chin come to floor. Inhale to cobra, lifting. Exhale to mountain press. Inhale, left leg forward, low lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Breathing in, arms forward, lift to upward stretch. And exhale, hands to chest. Breathing in, upward stretch. Exhale, forward fold, strong and smooth. Inhale, left leg, low lunge. Exhale to mountain. Holding out 8-point pose, knees, chest and chin. Breathing in, lift to cobra. Exhale, back to mountain. Inhale, right leg forward to low lunge. Exhale to forward fold. Breathing in, arms forward, lift and extend, upward stretch. Exhale, back to prayer. Breathing in, upward stretch. Exhale, reaching out with strength, forward fold. Inhale, right leg back to low lunge. Exhale to mountain. Holding out, knees, chest and chin, 8-point. Breathing in to cobra. Exhale, press to mountain. Inhale, left leg forward to low lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Breathing in, arms forward, lift through right angle, full strength, opening back. Exhale, hands to chest. Inhale, lifting up, upward stretch. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg as you inhale, low lunge. Exhale into mountain, breath carrying you. Hold out, knees, chest, chin. 8-point, inhale through to cobra. Exhale, back to mountain. Inhale, right leg forward. Equestrian or low lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms forward, lift through right angle, upward stretch. And exhale, hands to chest. Pause here, let the breath come back to a natural rhythm. Let go of any control. Adjust through the feet if you feel a need to feel that balance between left and right, carrying the full length of the body upward, extended tall, feeling the pull above through the crown. Now find balance. Also bring some crossover with the left and right sides of the body and left and right side of the brain, helping to strengthen our connection between the two sides with Garudasana or the eagle pose. So soft bend into the knees, bringing the legs to meet. And we'll take the left leg over the right leg, as if you're holding a slip of paper between the thighs. That's it. You can toe tap the floor with the toes so that you can feel the balance and steadiness here. From here, keep the arms in prayer and start to sink and squat down through the hips as if you're sitting back in a seat, not leaning forward too much, sitting back. So using the strength of the thighs and the glutes here. Keeping the knees nice and safe by using strength in thighs and glutes. Sink down a little deeper where you can. You can cross the knee over more if you find you want to get a tighter bind, and keep the toe tipping the floor to find that balance and that point of ease. Know that the goal is balance rather than the final position. From here, we'll open the arms wide out to the side. And then we'll cross the right elbow over the left. That's it, wrapping. Intertwine the arms. Maybe the back of the hands come to meet. Maybe the hand comes to take hold of the opposite palm. Find a bind that suits you, and then from here, release the shoulders as you press the elbows forward and gently float them up. Your drishti now connecting. And when you feel ready, you're welcome to lift the toes off the floor once you find your balance. And for some of us, we can at some stages draw the toes in behind the calf or ankle into the full point. Full breath here to carry you through. With every exhale, sink down into the squeeze of the pose, and every inhale, feel the elongation through the spine, from the tail through the crown. Exhaling, sinking down into it, breathing and growing tall through the spine. Keeping that uplifting and that extension downward. Good balance there, Sophie. To release the posture mindfully, be aware of where you're going, how you're going to release. First, uncross the legs, find a firm footing with both feet. Inhale as you extend the legs and open the arms wide. And then exhale again, arms come to chest. Bend into the knees just a little bit. Cross the right thigh over the left again, so you're holding a straight. Find the floor with the toes, and then inhale to open and expand the arms wide. This time opposite bind, so left elbow comes under the right. You can fold the arms or spiral the arms again, back of hands, or maybe the fingertips come to meet the palm. From here, sink a little deeper into the hips as if you're sitting back rather than leaning forward. Feeling the strength again in the thighs, buttocks and the glutes. From here, float the elbows forward and up as the shoulders release down. Fix your gaze on a steady point. Find your breath. And then when you're feeling balanced, remember it's different on each side, so just go with where the body's at. You can float and lift the toes or ground them again if you need that balance. Keep the breath flowing deep and smooth. Where there's an option or space, you can wrap the toes behind the calf or the ankle, finding full posture. The main thing is fullness of breath. A few more full deep breaths, exhaling as you squeeze and sink down into it, increasing the strength. Inhaling as you elongate out of that strength from tail to crown lifting. Again, feeling those two pulls, one down, one up. Creating the balance. Last exhalation here, sink a little deeper and then be aware of how you're going to exit. Release the bind of the legs first, ground through both feet. Inhale, lift and open through the arms. Expansion. Exhale as the palms come back to touch. On the next inhale, release the arms wide, draw the palms overhead. Come into your forward fold as you exhale. We're coming down to the floor, so just gently squat down, bending through the knees, lift the heels. Walk the hands behind and buttocks comes to meet. Stretch the legs forward and then simply roll the spine to release into the floor, coming to Shavasana, and then completely let go for a few breaths. So again, where you feel the body has been working, squeezing, engaging, now find beautiful opposite of that. The counterbalance of rest and surrender in Shavasana. Again, find a little bit of space between the legs with the feet falling wide. The arms comfortably off the sides and the palms up. And align the head and neck with the rest of the spine of the body. Taking a big breath in, raise the arms overhead, full extension. On the exhalation, either slowly unroll to a seated position or turn to one side and gently press up. So from our lying position, we'll come to a seat for a spinal twist to finish our asana portion and our postures. You might like to get a little bit of height like Sophie has here to bring the hips in line again with the knees so that we don't suffer too much through the pelvis and help to keep a nice elongated spine. For a spinal twist, we'll start with the hands either side like two struts, helping to keep that length in the spine. And then as you inhale, raise the arms overhead like extensions of the spine, drawing up, tall, find length and ascension. Exhale as you twist around to the right side. Bringing one hand to the knee, one hand behind, pause for a few breaths. You can have the back or the front of the hand against the knee as your purchase to twist. And the back hand is simply there as a strut to keep length in your spine. Release down through the sit bones, finding a softening through the pelvis and the legs. Reach tall up and out through the crown and then gently spiral, letting the gaze follow the shoulder around. Keep the breath flowing freely. Exhale as you release down through the sit bones. Inhale, travel up through the spine, up and out through the crown, feeling the lift and ascension. Keep moving in this way with your breath, bringing some feel into the posture through the inhale and the exhale. One last final inhalation, hold. With the final exhale, feel free to deepen the twist a little bit where our space has been created. And then inhale, start with the gaze turning back to the front first, following with the body on the exhalation, finding yourself back in center. Gorgeous. Just let the spine settle there for a moment. There's a lot of things happening in a simple twist. Inhale, take the arms overhead again. The arms like an extension of your spine, encouraging length and lift. Exhale as you flow around. One hand to the knee, one hand to the floor. And adjust your hand position to help keep that integrity of length in the spine and to find good purchase to gently extend in the rotation. Once you're settled again, release down through the sit bones, evenly anchored into the floor. Aim to relax your legs a little more. Use the back hand again to encourage the lift through the spine and help it stay there. And then let the gaze follow all the way around. Nice fullness of breath here, even though it's a little harder to breathe with the squeeze of the lungs. You may have to aid that by increasing the breath into the abdomen. And again, use the exhalation to release down through the sit bones, finding an anchoring and softening downward, and the inhalation in the opposite direction, creating a lift and an ascension upward through the spine and out through the crown. Keep using the breath in this way, creating a feel within the posture as we hold. And go of every area of tension that's unnecessary on the exhalations, keeping the lift on the inhalations. Final deep breath in, go a little taller still. Hold, and as you exhale, increase the depth of rotation, gently squeezing around. And then as you inhale, return just the gaze to the front. Follow with the body on the exhalation, finding center again. Take a few moments to close the eyes down, connect into any feelings or sensations as the body readjusts and integrates. Let go of the asana portion of the class now and move into our pranayama. Prana, our vitality or our vital life force. Yama or ayama, to control and also to expand and extend our prana and this vital life force. We're moving into a practice called Samavriti Pranayama, often called the square breath. A beautiful way to bring a regulation regular rhythm and pattern into our breathing, helping to calm and settle the autonomic nervous system, and in turn simply de-stress on many, many levels. So we'll start with the body upright. Adjust your position if you need through the legs. Of course, you can sit in a chair, the legs can be stretched out front at any point so you can find more ease and length in the spine. Hands can rest on the knees or in the lap if you like them, and four-finger joint, and chin or hand on the front, arms up and down. Before we begin Samavriti Pranayama, we'll just take a few yogic breaths as we start. So with the next exhalation, release all the breath from the body and feel the navel, abdomen squeeze back lightly. And then breathe into that space as you inhale. Feel the breath lift and expand into the chest as it opens. Pause at the peak and then release the breath out. The chest softens, the The navel lightly contracts as you press all the air out of the body. Again, breathe deep down into the body space. Feel it lift and rise through to the chest. Pause. Then exhale as the breath releases. Everything softens. Deflates. Navel back to push it all out. One more complete yogic breath. Be relaxed. And now we'll get ready for our square breath, or the equalizing breath, Samavriti Pranayama. As we pause, I'll explain one round. We'll be inhaling for the count of 4, retaining the breath in or carrying the breath inside for the count of 4, releasing the breath out, exhaling for the count of 4, and retaining the breath out, holding the breath out for the count of 4. These are guides. There's no need to follow this as a rule. It's a simple guide, and we step into it with ease, with comfort, pausing at any moment or relaxing breath at any moment to maintain the place of ease and comfort. This is our intention. On the next exhale, empty all the breath from the body. Inhale for the count of 4, 3, full breath, 2, 1. Retain the breath in. 3, 2, 1. Release the breath out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Retaining in. 3, 2, 1. Exhaling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Retaining out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Once more together. Inhale. 3, 2, 1. Holding. 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Retaining out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep practicing at your own pace. You're welcome to bring the count to 3 evenly all the way, finding the place of comfort and ease, creating an equalizing breath, a harmonious rhythm that in turn helps to create the harmonious rhythm inside. If you're a visual person, you're welcome to imagine going up the side of the box, along the top, down the other side, and along the bottom, creating a visual guide with the breath and the counts. Thoughts will come and go, allow them, just keep the breath anchored to the count, equalizing breath pattern. Now with your next exhalation, letting go of this, on completion of your round, relaxing the breath back to its natural rhythm, its natural pace. And sitting quietly again, recognizing any sensations, feels or effects. Now align your awareness to the feeling of the breath at the nostrils. Nothing else changes except the awareness now is sensitized to the feeling of the breath in the nostrils. The breath remains fluid and free, natural and spontaneous. And simply placing the awareness onto the natural breath and feeling it as it flows in through the nostril openings, lifts up through the nostril pathways, flowing into the body. And again, feeling the release as the breath moves down and out. Aim to bring your full awareness to this subtle feeling of the breath. You're not thinking of the last breath or the next breath. You're simply feeling the one in existence in the present moment. Lifting up, breath flowing in, releasing down, breath flowing out. And mentally repeat, I am breathing in. With each and every inhalation, I am breathing out. With each and every exhalation. A full connection of awareness and every breath lifting up and in. Full connection of awareness with every breath releasing down and out. Keep practicing. Again, if the thoughts come and go, allow them. Sounds flow in and out, allow them. Becoming less and less interested and more aware of just the breath. Use this as your anchor. And now gently releasing your awareness, letting go of this breath awareness. And for a few moments, stay steady and bring your attention to what's called the mind space with the Chidaakash, a formless space that you see internally behind the closed eyes and the forehead. You may feel it, you may see it, you may sense it. An internal, expansive and boundless space. The viewing screen of the mind. Feel as though you are seated internally watching this space, observing anything that happens within the mind as it expresses thoughts or feelings, colors, pictures or shadows, and the moments of nothing between. Align yourself as the observer or the witness, allowing anything to be in the space, just remaining uninvolved. Be relaxed. Know that you're watching. The friendly space of the mind, whatever's happening, you are just the witness. Benevolent and compassionate witness. gently release your awareness from the inner space. Gently release the awareness and come back to the feel of breath once again. Feel the breath as it flows. Externalize your awareness back to the feel and flow of breath in the nostrils. Deepen it, connect in with the breath in the body. Feel a whole body, whole body seated, the full shape and form. Be aware of your surroundings, the space that you're in. Feel yourself centered, relaxed and steady. Hari Om Tat Sat, Namaste and thank you. Whenever you're ready, gently open the eyes and relax your position.